Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I have an unboxing of the Brutus Monroe kit, Reach for the Stars. And I know this was earlier this year. I don't know exactly which month it was, but I did already take things out of the packaging just to make it a little bit easier to show. So let me first start off with a couple items that are right on top here. We've got a nice generous pack of sequins and some ribbon. Loving the color scheme here. Reach for the Stars, so I'm guessing Galaxy Space is the theme, and this is going to be really well suited for that. Although these colors would be great for mermaids too. There's actually sort of a blue, a purple, and a clear, a completely transparent sequin. So that's different. I've never seen that before. So we've got some embellishments. There is, of course, the lovely flare pin, which my understanding is that they're not going to be including these pins anymore in the boxes because there have been requests to instead have something that folks can craft with. So I think they are going to be including pattern papers because that's what came in the October kit. I don't know if that's going to become a standard, but I did see they changed out pattern papers instead of having the pin and the card blanks. So there's 5 card blanks. These are, I would venture maybe 80-pound cover weight, so they're a little bit thinner than what I would generally prefer my card bases to be made from, so I don't mind that they are not including these anymore if that is indeed the case. And even though these are pre-scored and pre-cut, if you are like me and you prefer a heavier weight card base, then you can always just use these as a stamping card and just stamp, color, die cut from, so you don't necessarily have to use them as card bases. Then we have some additional embellishments that I don't normally see, although I'm not a subscriber to the kit, and really I've only recently just purchased a few boxes, so I don't know what is standard and what isn't, but we've got these foam stickers, but glitter in silver and gold, and each sheet has a variety of size stars too. I think there's 4 different sizes on here, so really nice diversity there. Then we have a multimedia item here. This is Chroma Mist. And I did have to look this up. It's a dye-based sort of ink, but in a spray form. So kind of interesting. I tried it out beforehand just to have something to show, because I was curious with it being dye-based if it would show up on a dark or black colored cardstock, because usually dye-based inks are fairly translucent. And as you can see here, it actually does show up. I mean, it's still a little bit translucent, but it shows up more than I would have expected, actually. It's not a very fine mist. To get this effect, I was spraying from like 1.5 feet away. So at that distance, it can be a little bit challenging to aim, but I feel like I got more of a stream than a fine mist. So I wouldn't consider this unless I just haven't learned the trick with it yet, but literally this is just my first few sprays and it was very hard to get a fine mist. Although another way of potentially using it might be to just pull the whole thing out and just splatter with kind of the uptake tube. So that might be another way to use it. I was trying to see if I could get the galaxy star effect with this, because I imagine that might be why we have it in this space themed kit. But nevertheless, it's a cool product to play with, and I'm curious to maybe even try out some other colors just to see how they work. So there's that. And then we have something again that I don't often see in these kits, and that is an embossing folder. This one's from Brutus, and it has a constellation pattern on here. So that's going to be really cool, and it might be really nice with some letterpress techniques, or just using some of your sort of your metallic polishes. So I think that might be pretty neat to play with. And of course, the reason, one of the reasons anyways, why I have started to play with these kits, or pick them up anyways, I have yet to craft with one, but one of the reasons that motivated me was that they have these foilable sheets, and essentially these are laser printed panels. We get 4 sheets of sentiments. Each sheet has the same sentiment, so they are 4 repeats, but as you can see, you have the inverse of each other. So you've got black on white, white on black, and where you see black, that is toner, and that is what can be foiled. So you can have nice foiled sentiments, or you can just use these as is and just trim them down. So really nice that we get sentiments. Then we also have foilable panels, and these are US A2 size panels, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And these are really amazing. There's 4 different patterns, and we get 2 sheets in each of the 4 patterns. So again, you can use these as is, or lay a piece of transfer foil over it and run it through your laminator or your ink machine. So really cool. And plus, it's just cardstock at the end of the day, so you can also do all of your inking techniques as well, or just use it as is, and then you've got a card front already made. So really excited to start using these and pull out my laminator and my transfer foil, because I really don't use those often enough. And then we do also get letter size, US letter size sheets of cardstock. So we have a sheet of glitter paper, and then 5 sheets of solid color cardstock. These are solid core as well, so that's really nice because I actually prefer solid core. And I would gauge this at maybe a 60-pound weight, maybe 65, somewhere thereabouts. So really good layering weight for mats and layers. So we've got solid color cardstock, and then of course the stamps and dies. Now the other reason why I've Brutus Monroe kits have popped back up on my radar is because these days it seems like they are including coordinating dies as a rule now. So kind of similar to Pink and Main, where in the past, one of the reasons why I didn't purchase them is because the stamps were really pretty, but if you've seen any of my other videos, you may already know I'm not the best fussy cutter. So to me, coordinating dies are just, amazing and a must-have, honestly. If I see a stamp set that I really love, the first thing I look for is a set of coordinating dies. And it's actually one of the reasons why I really love Crafter's Companion products, because generally their coordinating dies and stamps come together, and they are not separate purchases. So that's lovely that they have started to do this. And I think in the latest unboxing video for the October kit, if I remember correctly or heard correctly, I believe this is going to be standard, that there will always be including coordinating dies with their stamp sets. And this is a rather large stamp set too, so it's really nice, and it's got a lot. So you can see here there's 48 stamps. A lot of them are itty bitty though, and so those won't have coordinating dies to cut them out. As you can see, there's only 13 dies and 48 stamps. But if you look at some of these smaller stamps, they're really fun, sort of doodles and just fun little swirls and accents, and so you could definitely use those to make your own background, to just add that final little touch here and there. So lots of tiny little itty bitty stamps, but you do get some really cool ones too, in the way of constellations, which I think are going to be really perfect for creating your galaxy space backgrounds. Then you have your larger images. So you've got your astronaut, a rocket, some spaceships, an alien, and of course several planets and comets. And so we do have the dies to cut out those larger images. And because the planets are pretty much perfect circles, I believe, at least it seems like that, we end up getting some nice nesting circles, which are great basic shapes to use for any occasion. So it's always nice to kind of see your basic shapes like that. And so that is the Reach for the Stars Brutus Monroe inspiration box. Really can't wait to craft with this kit and the other kits that I've purchased from Brutus Monroe. So when I do, I'll definitely link to that project at the end of this video. Thank you so much, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!